Greetings, guys. Welcome back to Dawn and Dreams. It is your lady, Ms.Z, or ṣunfúnmiláyọ. If you would, please make sure that you like and subscribe and comment down below which one you chose. I love to read the comments. Also, if you need to book a reading, go to dawnanddreams.com. There will be that and other services that I offer available on the website, which is in the description box along with the timestamps. So I am getting out of a reading, so I thought that I would bring you guys another reading. I know I'm trying to step up my game this year. So this is going to be a reading on who is hating on you, who is jealous on you, and why. We're just going to get some insights with the ancestors. And I've done this reading before 2 years ago, so I thought it would be, good to bring it back, okay? Because we all got some haters, regardless if it is, it doesn't matter if you're the nicest person on earth. Everybody got a hater, right? And it just means you're doing something right. So anyway, your choices are going to be this tomahawk, and they look like a little axe to me, and it is authentic actually. I mean, I don't feel like you can use it, but I use it spiritually. But it's authentic native tomahawk. Still got the certificate on it, but I'll be using that this year. We have this here. I believe this pendant came from Ghana. I have to see. And the third option is the feather. Okay? So again, we're going to figure out who's hating on you, why, or what information wants to come forward about, someone being jealous or hating. And again, I'm going to try to make this reading quick so we jump in and out of the energy not too long. I think that's it for announcement, guys. So if you need more time, please pause the video, but we're going to get right on into it. So, all right. For those of you who chose pile 1, this is your pile. So you chose the tomahawk. So let's get into this because this is really unexpected with this one. So this person is hating on you, and it's not really just one person, but specifically I'm gonna channel this energy in real quick. So one of the reasons is because of your spiritual journey, okay? And you don't have to be like the most spiritual person. What I basically mean is you don't have to be somebody who is living your life as, a reader or something like that. It's just how you come off spiritually, how you do certain things. Like there's certain energy surrounding you that gives me great respect for animals, great respect for your surroundings. You're not a person that, even if you have a lot of money, you're still not a person that goes into greed too much. And people expect that from you, or at least they want you to do it. It's kind of like a misery loves company type of energy is what I'm seeing. Like, because I'm getting caught up, I want you to get caught up. If I'm drinking and I'm smoking and I'm doing all this, I want you to do the same thing. It's like they can't really take your nobility. And it's weird, but they just don't like the fact that you're very noble. You got morals. They don't like that, If they are, having sex with a few people and this, that, the third, they don't like that you're the type that may want to get to know a person first. Like, it's just something like that. It's a real hating, it's a real hating energy because it's like they don't feel like either they were brought up that way or something to that effect. When really it's just they need to look at themselves. Now, that's the first thing, okay? Now, let's get some cards on this. That caught me by surprise. There's a few energies coming forth with you picking this too, okay? Because this is a spiritual tool, nonetheless, okay? It's also a physical tool. So I get the energy that, I don't even know if you know this, but some of y'all can really fight. You can fight physically and you can also fight spiritually. You have both on your side. For those of you who don't fight, I'm not saying that, go out there and whoop somebody's ass. I ain't saying that, but it's like, I think people underestimate you, Like, I really wouldn't want to make you mad. You be the type of person that, I don't want to be cussing on here, but basically, let's just say they don't want to try you, okay? You the person that, that'll be their last fight. It could get real ugly on a physical level, and it can also get real ugly on a spiritual level. because it seems like you don't really bother somebody. You don't really bother people like that. So when somebody comes at you, you're going at them full force, okay? Some of you may have some Scorpio in your chart or something like that. I don't know. Some Aries, some of that energy in your chart. And I don't really get into zodiac signs, but it just comes off like a real aggressive energy. All right, so let's figure out, let's see, why are they hating on you? I'm seeing this energy earlier. I told you, it got a lot to do with your spiritual connection, your respect for things. Like, you are the type of person that'll go back. You know, let's say for instance, you, I don't know, if you dirtied up a hotel room or something like that, you're the type to go back and try to fix things up before you go. Even though you don't have to, you're the type that'll go back and do that. And they're like, why are you doing that? You know, they just don't like it. It's just like an irritation for them because they don't have those type of standards for themselves. You also have, now on the flip side, let me go back to the spiritual side, okay? But I'm surprised spirituality came out because I didn't expect that for this pal. But essentially it's there, so I'm going to have to speak on it. You do have a lot of spiritual power. You know, there's a lot of ancestors that are around you, okay? A lot of spiritual power. So even with them trying to send you something, it's not really going to work like that. But you do need to protect yourself. Because like this pal, this is a person that's trying to blend in, you know. You may be the most gifted person in the room, but you're trying to blend in so that you can keep friends. They're saying that, you know, while it's okay to do this, be careful. Because this leads to this type of stuff, you know. Because you want to be, you know, with the crowd, you know, you don't want to blast your gifts, you don't want to brag or boost. And it's not that you have to do that, you know, but sometimes it's not really about being humble, you know. They should just be okay with you being successful. They should just be okay with you shining. Because you'll support them, so why can't they support you? Now, on the flip side of this is a person, there's one of them, okay? Because like I said, it's several in this pile. Several people hating on you, but it's one of them. It's two things. One of them either doesn't like a relationship that you're in, or it's the fact that they don't want you around other people. So this is an actual jealous friend, okay? I don't know. It's like they don't want you getting too close to other people. I don't know. It's weird. So they got their own issues. But yeah. There's another card on this. And the crazy thing is, I'm hearing that they wouldn't care. Like, if they treat you bad, they don't care as long as nobody else is treating you bad. Well, no, let me take that back. It's like they don't care if you, how do I put that? Let's say, for instance, you go on and move on from this person. You're like, I can do better than this person. I can find good friends. I can find, even if it's an ex-lover, I can find somebody better than this person. It's like they just want you to be there to take the abuse. That's what I'm trying to get at. Like, they'll just be, you know, cool with that. And then when you move on, find better friends, find people who really value you. They're like, they want to be back in your space. They don't like that. They don't really like other people actually seeing your worth or your value. So this is a person that will watch you from the shadows when you do finally move past this person. They'll still keep tabs on you. And then they'll make it seem like it's your fault that you guys aren't close anymore. And it's like, huh? But you was hating on me. You wasn't showing no love, no support, you know. Things like that. So let's see. Any other advice, Spirit? Because I'm saying, I didn't want to get into all that, but I'm saying they do see you as a very unique person. They also see at times you could actually just be by yourself. So it's weird, you know. They see that you could be by yourself. You don't have to have a lot of people around you. They see some of you are very shy. So you don't know, you know, how much weight you hold, how much your voice means something. When you speak, everybody listens. So they know this. They do. They know this, even if you don't know. Spirit just wants you to move forward. And again, protect yourself. They say explore other options. Like, you know, don't even think about it, because there's a lot of doors and opportunities for you. And look, develop spiritually. Okay? They want you to keep going with this. Again, focus on your unique gifts. You have a lot of unique gifts, and they hate on that, all right? They don't like it. Collaboration. Negative energy is trying to stop your plans. Why did they put these two cards together? Because when you collaborate, that is the reason why you'll start to see negative energy around you. Or let's say, for instance, you have a business and, you know, money is slowing down and you don't know where from. It's because of the people that are around you. You know, these are close-knitted people, okay? Yeah, you got to speak up, protect your foundation. Some of you need to put your foot down, you know. Have boundaries even with your friends. Tell them what you'll put up with and what you won't put up with. And even if you don't tell them, just don't deal with it, you know. Make some standards for yourself to where you're not putting up with certain things. Because they're talking about welcoming the change and connect to nature. Nature will make you feel complete and full. When I go out in nature, I don't feel like I lack anything, you know, when I get out there. So it's like you need to find other connections outside of just trying to have friends. Now, it's okay to have friends. I'm not saying let them all go. But again, a lot of times you lower yourself to be around certain people. So they're speaking on that. They say, you ain't doing that no more. Okay? Don't do that. You know, even if you are the black sheep, even if you don't feel like you fit in, it does not matter. They like, you know, you're going to have to find some people on your level. You can't keep lowering your head and bending down all the time. You can't keep doing that. Your back will start hurting. Your shoulders will start hurting. Let them be where they at, you know. Let them be in their own chaos. Let them, you know, talk, gossip, this, that, third. Let them do that. Because it's a snake in the grass. In these impalas, it's a snake in the grass that's sending you this energy. And it's constant. I feel constant. Okay, let's get a few more cards and we're going to close out. They say, welcome that change. And, you know, I want to say you're like me. It's weird because a lot of people don't think I know a lot of stuff, and I do, you know. They think, I don't know if they think it's just the cards, that I just have to use cards. I know. I've told, you know, it's so many people I've come around, I'm like, you, not you, not you, not you. And every time, you know, I did that with my partner. Every time I would tell them about every single person. And there's some people that people would try to force on me. Like, you know, watch this person, watch this. I'm like, nah, you know, I don't get a good feeling about this person. And they'll do it all the time. And then something will come out about the person. You know, it'd be so crazy. And it never fails. Like, every time I have a good sense when it comes to people. And I know when people don't like me. I know everything. Like, but I don't say that, you know. So you're like that. You know, you're like one of them people. Because I see that you have visions. And it's crazy. I don't like to let people into everything, but you know, I can even have dreams about certain people, and I can tell what's going on in the shadows, and it'll come up. I had that happen. I had to tell my god sister about something, and literally a month later, everything came up. So that's the type of stuff that be happening with you. You have visions and you have dreams. When you really connected to your spirit, they'll tell you, you know, who you need to be around, this, that, the third. You know, even people I want to be around, I'm like, dang, like that. You know, but it's better safe than sorry. So they're saying you need to pay attention to this. This is why you have this gift. It's a tool for you. Use your intuition. It's a tool for you. That's what they're saying. You have the tools. They don't even have to give you nothing else. You have the tools of intuition. You can spot a fake, you know. out of everybody that's claiming to be real. You're very, very gifted. So it's not like you just don't know. So they don't want you to keep getting your feelings hurt with some of these people that you already know. They ain't about it. They're not really with it like you think they are. You know, they're not really supporters like you think they are. And you never really thought that. You know, you might have tricked yourself, but it's like you already know. It's what your ancestors are saying. But let this be a representation that they're protecting you, okay? Because you have a higher guardian assisting you. And they say everything you do is for a reason. So don't stop your work because you don't see those same people around you supporting you and rooting you on in the background, because they really wasn't doing that in the first place. Okay? So that's what they're telling you. They say sometimes you get lack of motivation because you don't see people around you. That's okay. You don't have to have them around you to succeed. You're going to find people that's on your level that you don't have to bend your neck down to get on their level. Okay? All right, so let's go on to pile number 2. All right, pile 2, are you ready? I don't know why I gotta say that. Are you ready? Okay. Because maybe this is gonna shock you. I don't know. But anyway, so for pile 2, who's hating on you? Who's jealous of you? Why? And you know, what advice is the ancestors wanting to give you about it? So oddly enough, when I picked it up, it told me older people. So I'm like, huh? You know. So because like I said, some things shocked me too. Because I'm like, what? You know, but that's what they were communicating. And it's got some other messages too, but you know, there is a section of the haters for you. It's older people that would actually, it doesn't even matter how old they are, but it just seems like they're older than you. It looks like they might be intimidated by you, or maybe they didn't get to live the life that you live in. I don't know, but it's something to that effect, to where it's just like, I don't know. Maybe you're just very mature. Like I don't get it. You know, I don't know. They just showed me older people. Like there's people that are perceived to be elders, and sometimes they don't even have to deal with age, because we know that nowadays, you know, younger people are called elders, but it's like they still be hating on you for some reason, even with all the statue, all the glory, all that does not matter. They still look to you like you're very talented. Maybe you have raw talent, because of something about it. It's just like, even though it might have took them a long time to get where they are, I don't know, you know, and that does happen. It's just not spoken about. But there are some elders hating on you, okay, or someone older than you. Now, contrary, I also see, because they were showing me this too, this pile, you want to make sure that you're always connected to your ancestral spirits, because they're the ones that are going to protect you from certain things. Because I see, okay, I'm going to be honest, I see spiritual attacks, okay? Ooh, okay. We got the vulture spirit here. Next bet, okay. It's in the background, so they confirming it with me. They're like, oh, hey, say what needs to be said. All right, then. Yeah. So, with that being said, that's the prison of Iami energy. So, yeah. All right. You have your own set of spirits. Just know that you do. You have your own set of spirits that put up that defense wall. But there are spirits that try to watch you. Okay. So watch for flies, or just, you know, gnats and things like that try to get into your house. And I'm not speaking on when it's raining or when it's normal. You know, just weird little things that give you signs, okay? The spirit does let you know. Because I'm seeing somebody messing with the dream realm. Or you may have like a bad dream or something to that effect that lets you know. Because this person tries to send negative energy to you, okay? Now, a lot of people assume when I say this, and I have to always correct that, like, don't think that it's just got to be somebody putting your name in a pot and all types of stuff. Like, it doesn't have to be that crazy, you know? Because a lot of that stuff is just for show, you know? The worst ones is the ones that just sit there thinking about you all the time and just sit there and just manifest negative energy on you, okay? So just look at it like that. Yeah, they see some of you are in relationships, okay? And they look at that too. And a lot of things is just you moving forward in life. things go good for you, you know? And this is to them. In their eyes, things are going great for you. You got a good relationship. You got, you know, maybe marriage on the way. You got a good career. You're very successful. Like, something about it. Like, you just keep getting opportunities out of nowhere. And it's like they just sitting there getting old or something. I don't know. I don't know what it is. And, you know, you can even be an older person and still have somebody older than you hating on you. So I don't know. I'm not even saying all people that watch me is young, but goodness, I don't know what this is. Maybe you are just a youthful spirit, because that can also be the case too. Like, you haven't lost your fight and your will to go on. Yeah, this confirms it. I just said vultures. So you need to do a cleanse, okay? And just make sure that you cleanse yourself constantly, because this represents, you know, cutting out that negative energy. You tend to get the last laugh in a lot of things. So just when they thought that, you know, things were going bad for you, it gets better. Like, they don't like that. And some of your haters are watching that. You also have a lot of attention on you in some way, shape, or form. There's some attention on you, like spirit shining a light towards you. Yeah. Some of you are my inventors. People who just are really good hustlers, whatever you want to call yourself. It's a lot of that, you know. Goodness. And I also see that you don't try to be in a spotlight like that, because I see, you know, with the shades on, you try to keep a low profile most of the time, but they still try to be on you. Like, it doesn't even matter whether you are most known or just low key and got money. Like, they still know what's going on with you. This is weird. Okay, so that's where the stalker vibe come in at. All right, so this is why you're gonna have to do some spiritual protection in this pile, specifically because it's like, it doesn't matter what you do. Like, they just gonna watch you. And now it's not just an older presence, even though that's the first thing that came up. Yeah, okay. So, because even with this, it shows your spiritual ancestor coming up. And masks in the past were used to ward off negative spirits in African tradition, okay? So basically, you're going to have to set up some barriers around you. And again, make sure that you're letting your ancestors know if you're feeling kind of funny, or like, you know, let me know what's going on, you know. But either way, you're going to need some protection around you, because I see that even if you're not where you want to be right now, you're going to be. There's some type of status that you're going to have. You're going to be known in some way. Even if you, like I said, the nicest person in the room, it doesn't matter. And that's why I say stalkers, because I see people kind of stalking you a little bit. I also see people stealing ideas from you, okay? This is why you need protection as well. It's not enough for you to just keep a low profile. You need to, like, really take it seriously as far as protecting your goals and your dreams. You know, wait to put things out, you know, when it's officially yours, if you need to. Yeah, seeing things, having visions. Some of these people show up in your dreams. Speak up. They say the same thing in this pile. They say the negative energy is not going to stop anything, but they are suggesting that you wear protective amulets. This pile, you need to wear, this is why you got, this is why you got this amulet right here, okay? It's showing you that you need to wear protective amulets. You need physical protection and also spiritual protection, but honestly, it serves the same, okay? Some of you are tired. Yeah, tired of the abuse. People taking advantage of you. people hating on you, people that you even look up to you. I'm sorry. People even that you look up to hate on you. That's why I said it gives me an older presence, because it's like something to where you should be, you know, like, oh my God. But, you know, low key, they like, oh my God, when they're around you. Like, you are the star of the show. And they don't like it. They don't like that you can step in a room and everybody look at you. They don't like the attention coming to you, whether you're quiet or not. They just don't like it, you know. And I don't know what's up with them. But that's just what it is. So you're tired of not having genuine people around you, but it is definitely okay. With you, it just comes with the territory, because I see you being very successful. Now, the other thing I want to mention is, like I said, with the abuse thing. Okay. People take advantage of you because they think they can, and because they think you're not going to speak up about it, or you ain't going to do nothing about it. So you need to do some return to sender. Return to sender type energy. Let's get some last final cards on this one before we move on. Yeah. Even when you try not to be aggressive, because I see the misunderstood, you're still, like, they still perceive it as that. So it's like you can't help who you are, and you shouldn't try to downplay your gifts and things like that for other people. Nor should you, you know, keep playing it safe. Defend yourself. Because they're talking about spirits are warning you to protect your energy, foundation, relationships, and success. If you don't like something that somebody is doing, you need to speak up about it, you know. Don't always approve people taking your ideas and stuff like that and just letting it go by, you know. You don't have to be confrontational, but you do need to put your foot down about certain things that belong to you and that you invented or whatever it is. You know, they're talking about you needing to take credit for certain things. You don't have to be silent about everything that goes on around you. But I told you, you're going to have legacy, abundance, wealth. You're going to have a great legacy to leave behind. People are going to miss you. When you leave this round, people are going to know who you are. They really are, okay? Yeah, traditional healer. So higher forms of healing and wisdom requires. That means that you can't just say, oh, you know, whatever. Though they're saying, seriously, do this. Protect yourself. Everything you do is for a reason. Keep pushing forward. They also say, as above, so below, the past repeating itself. So you've had stuff like this happen before. So this is just a reminder to protect yourself. All right, so let's go on to the next pile. All right, so this is going to be an interesting one. I didn't think it was going to take this turn, but it's going to take this turn, okay? So when I was communicating with the feather, it tells me that you have, okay, so you know, it's normally more than one, but for starters, it's coming off like somebody very close, okay? This could be somebody that you've been friends with for maybe over 7 years, something like that. They're showing me a close friend. It does not matter if you're not close with them now. If you still say happy birthday or whatever, you know, and you're like, dang, why ain't we as cool as we was back in the day? You know, Spirit has pushed this person away from you for a reason, okay? But it's somebody, there's a song that's in my head that lets me know that it was somebody that was very close, that you were supposed to, you think this person will be like a ride or die, and you don't relate to them like that anymore. Now, this also plays into if you had an ex that you were supposed to marry, or there was supposed to be, maybe you had kids with them, I'm not sure, but there's something with an ex too. So if it's either an ex or it was a very, very close friend. So it's a really weird energy, because it's like they know that you've gone on in life and things like that, but I don't know. We're going to find out where this energy is going, okay? And some of you could still be close to this friend. I'm not sure. But I'm hearing that too. Some of you might still have this person as a friend around you, but it's somebody that you were friends with for a long time. Might even call them like a best friend, best homie, whatever. If it is an ex, this person, I don't know if you've moved on completely. Some of you have moved on. You've moved on. And it's like, okay, that was supposed to be me. That was supposed to be me. That was supposed to be us. Picket white fence, you know, picket white fence, a dog, all this kind of stuff. So they still reminisce on those things. And they don't like that you've moved on, you found somebody else, or you just moved on, period. Life goes on, right? So they don't like that. Cut it up. Ooh, okay. Interesting. Inspect this. So I have another message that I'm going to have to get out too. That's kind of unrelated. But we'll get to that in a second here. Yeah. This person hates like where you going in life. Some of you are spiritual. They like, I don't like that. Some of them don't like you succeeding more than them. Okay. And like I said, this could be an ex or it could be a close friend. And it feels like there's always been this subliminal competing energy. And it's like, you know, I don't know what traditional route they went on, but you know, you still have a seat that you can pull up at the table because you still turned out to be successful and you actually found your purpose. I feel like this friend or whoever this close person is, they really don't feel like they found their niche yet, even though they may be talented too. So there's something about you that you found your way in life, or you found your purpose, because this card is about finding your purpose. So that's something that's a real conflict for them. So that's why I said this energy is weird, because they also admire you at the same time. Okay? There's something creative about you that they admire at the same time. They feel like you're falling in line with your purpose, and that's not something that they're getting at. Now with this pile, you know, even though you clicked on this reading, and I'm so happy, they actually want to get on to you about your spiritual journey. So I'm trying not to go there, but this tells me this, okay? Because it's in reverse. It's like you still have some people that you need to meet in the ancestral realm or the spirit realm. There's still some things that you're supposed to be doing. So they, honestly, it's like every time you try to focus on something messy or something like that, they're like, nah, you know? Nah, you know, they don't really, I don't know. You have some serious spirit guides. That lets me know, because this ancestor is very serious. They don't feel like it's a big deal. You know, it's not that it isn't a big deal, but it's kind of like, you know, who cares? You know, that's what I feel from your spirit guide. Who cares? Because, yeah, you're going to have a lot of success. Like, nothing is going to stop your great success. I see you getting abundance. You also finding the person that you're supposed to be with. I see a marriage, too. Like, a lot of good things are coming to you. The main thing is that you don't keep your eyes off of your foundation. Don't keep your eyes off your foundation. Stay focused on that, okay? Don't let the energies that try to come into your space knock you off your spiritual journey or knock you off your journey, because that's what people are waiting on. They're waiting on you to fall off, and it's like it's not gonna happen, right? So yeah, look, you have the freedom to follow your own path. A lot of people are jealous of that. Like, you didn't take a conventional route in something that you do. Like, you know, they feel like they're kind of going in cycles of having to do the same things, or kind of stick within this fine white line. Everything had to be perfect, or everything has to be perfect. You're finding happiness in the most amazing ways. And doing things that they haven't done. They did a lot of things to find happiness. I don't know if they traveled the world, but it's something like that. They did a lot of things to try to find happiness, and they still haven't found it yet. So they feel like you're not even having that much with you, and you still can find more happiness than they can. So it's a bittersweet energy with this person. The ancestors are encouraging you to still follow your intuition. There's going to be a lot of wealth that's going to come to you as well too. Deal with your issues of self-confidence as well too. But because it's like, maybe you don't see where you are right now. You don't see how they see you. Okay? And they're comfortable with you putting yourself down, to be honest. So I just, you know, just always keep your head up. The things that you put in a request for, I see that you get. Okay? And you know that the secret is just doing what makes you happy. They also show you that they don't have good intentions sometimes, or they just kind of give you a hint that they're not really, you know, that supportive of things. And it's like you don't need to ignore that just because it was a person that you were close to. Let's get one last card for advice on who's hating on you or anything like that. What's weird is this person can't stand that they're going to always care for you. They are very deceptive though, so I wouldn't, you know, I don't know, I'll keep my distance. But, you know, that's just me. But they wish they could still be around you though. They wish that you still was close with them. You may still be friends with the person, but there's still a distance. They don't feel like they're able to manifest their goals. So that's just what it is. So this one is kind of light to me, but it's more like, because it's like a love and hate type of thing. They jealous because, you know, you're being successful and other things like that. So it's weird. But all right, guys, so that is the reading. Comment down below, and peace.